Welcome to China Currents, your weekly news report on the latest developments in China. In this episode, the largest hydropower project in human history breaks ground in China, raising concerns in India. China significantly increases rare earth exports to the United States. Chinese scientists have developed a new method for producing ultra-heat resistance material for use in spacecraft. The most mysterious military academy in China admits female students for the first time in 72 years. And a zoo empties its wishing well to help a seriously ill girl. I'm Chris. Now let's start today's China Currents. China Currents is a weekly news talk show from China to the world. We cover viral news about China every week and also give you the newest updates on China's cutting-edge technologies. Let's get started. On July 19th, China officially began construction of the most massive and challenging hydropower project in human history, the Yalutangpo hydropower project in Tibet. This mega project has a total investment of 1.2 trillion yuan, approximately 164.4 billion US dollars, and is planned to take 20 years with completion expected in 2045. Once completed, the Yalutangpo hydropower station will have an installed capacity of 60 million kilowatts, triple that of the world's current largest hydropower plant, the Three Gorges Dam. Its expected annual power generation is about 300 billion kilowatt hours, enough to meet the electricity need of 300 million people. That's roughly equivalent to the United Kingdom's total electricity consumption last year. And before launching its project, China spent at least 20 years in planning, research and technical validation. On the technical side, China has extensive experience and success in the two core technologies needed for this project. That's tunnel boring and ultra-high voltage, or UHV transmission. Previously, China's Ningqi No. 1 tunnel boring machine drilled the world's first highway tunnel through the Himalayas, making it the highest altitude highway tunnel ever constructed. In long-distance and efficient electricity transmission, China's UHV technology remains globally unrivaled. But with the plan having been in preparation for 20 years, why did China choose this July to officially launch it? Let's look at the influencing factors at play from within and outside China. First, the economic rationale. On the second day after the project broke ground, Chinese cement, steel, construction machinery and Tibet-related stocks surged. As the project progresses, improvements are expected in local infrastructure, talent attraction, and tourism. According to Citigroup, the first year of construction alone could boost GDP by 0.1 percentage points. People's Daily has also repeatedly cited data from the China Macroeconomic Research Center showing that for every 100 billion yuan invested in major water conservancy project, GDP grows by 0.15 percentage points. Once completed, 300 billion kilowatt hours of electricity per year could generate over 75 billion yuan in revenue. That's about 10.4 billion US dollars. And beyond economics, energy security is also a major consideration. According to the CNPC Economics and Technology Research Institute, China's current energy self-sufficiency rate exceeds 80%, but oil still relies heavily on imports. If renewable energy becomes more affordable, it could accelerate electrification of China's vehicle fleet, thereby greatly reducing its dependence on imported oil. But alongside those positive developments, this project has also stirred some concerns. India, in particular, expressed worry that China might cut off its water supply and is concerned about the environmental impact downstream in India. However, based on China's publicly released plans, the project does not involve constructing a large dam or cutting off the water source. Even if the tunnel collapses due to earthquake, the river is estimated to return to its natural course without any risk of flooding. Therefore, the impact on downstream ecosystems and populations would be minimal. That said, the project is not without implications for India. Li Mingwang, Deputy Director of Fudan University's Center of South Asian Studies, said the dam could attract over 100,000 more people to relocate to this region and that infrastructure development could improve the area's geopolitical status. And some Chinese netizens also referenced the Hoover Dam and the broader Colorado River water projects in the United States, which profoundly reshaped the energy and water landscape of the American Southwest, as well as the economic standing of cities like Los Angeles, San Diego, and Salt Lake City. They expressed hopes that the Yallourn project might similarly help rebalance China's economic divide between East and West. Next, let's take a look at one hot topic in China-US tariff war: rare earths. Recently, China's export of rare earths to the United States have surged dramatically. Reuters reported on July 20th that China's export of rare earth magnets to the United States in June soared to more than 7 times the May level. Citing data from the General Administration of Customs released on the 20th, the report said that as the world's largest producer of rare earth magnets, China exported 353 tons to the United States in June, up 660% from May. Overall, China exported 3,188 tons of rare earth magnets globally in June. That's up 157.5% from May's 1,238 tons, but still down 38.1% from the same month in 2024. Reuters reported that due to the lengthy time required to secure export licenses, shipments in April and May sharply declined, with their exact words being that this move disrupted the global supply chain. While Reuters insinuates that China uses rare earths as weapons in the tariff war, it fails to consider that rare earths serve as a key material for weapons and have long been subject to rampant smuggling. In 2006, China imposed export controls on rare earths with the purpose of stopping smuggling. Reuters also revealed that from December to April this year, the US imported 3,834 tons of antimony oxide from China via Thailand and Mexico, nearly surpassing the total of the previous 3 years. A month ago, China's Ministry of Commerce explained that rare earths have both military and civilian uses, and export controls align with international practices to protect national security while fulfill international obligations. Now let's turn to recent advances in Chinese science and technology. This month, the top-tier journal Science published a paper by scientists from Zhejiang University in China, introducing a novel method for producing aerogels that significantly enhances their heat resistance and mechanical strength, enabling better support for human space exploration. Aerogels are lightweight, porous solid materials with extreme low density and exceptional thermal insulation. They are widely used in spacecraft, military gear, and electronics for insulation and thermal protection. However, traditional aerogels often suffer from low mechanical strength, making them easily damaged by pressure on impact. In a Chinese researchers' paper, they developed a new technique to create arched internal structures within the aerogel, improving its load-bearing capacity. Xu Zhen, an associate professor at Zhejiang University and one of the corresponding authors, explained, "These micro-arches are like helmets or cathedral ceilings. They effectively distribute pressure." And Xu noted the final aerogel can recover completely even after being compressed to 0.1% of its original thickness and can endure more than 10,000 such deformations. Their graphene ceramic aerogel remained stable at temperatures up to 2,000 degrees Celsius, far higher than NASA's Parker Solar Probe, which withstands up to 1,600 degrees Celsius. This method has great potential for industrial-scale production, and potential applications include hypersonic vehicles and aerospace probes. While China's aerospace sector is witnessing leapfrog advances, its deep-sea capabilities are also turning a new chapter. Last week, the PLA Navy Submarine Academy, often seen as shrouded in mystery, broke a 72-year tradition and admitted female undergraduate students for the first time. 10 female students achieved an impressive average score of 628.3 in the university entrance exam, becoming the first cohort of female undergraduate at this institution. Traditionally, women were excluded due to harsh living conditions aboard submarines unfavorable to females, including extreme heat that necessitate minimal clothing, conditions considered unsuitable for mixed-gender crews. The admission of women signals improved the living conditions on China's new generation submarines and marks a shift in the PLA Navy's personnel strategy. The 10 girls will specialize in underwater acoustics engineering and submarine command. From female helmsmen on the Liaoning aircraft carrier to female J-15 fighter pilots, and now to Submarine Academy, the PLA is obviously on a path to diversify and refresh its talent pool. And finally, a touching story of a zoo and a seriously ill girl. Last week, a zoo in eastern China refunded a girl's annual pass after news of her cancer diagnosis and donated all the coins from its wishing well to support her family. 2-year-old Xiaoran from Jiangsu loved visiting Nantong Forest Safari Park, especially to see the red pandas. After visiting 5 times in 2 months, her parents bought her an annual pass for 588 yuan, granting unlimited access. In mid-June, Xiaoran was diagnosed with RMS, a rare pediatric cancer with high recurrence risk. The treatment costs could exceed 1 million yuan, putting her family in financial distress. When Xiaoran's mother asked the zoo for a refund, they not only returned the pass fee but allowed her to keep the privileges, and additionally staff collected 12,083 yuan from the wishing well and donated it, along with 50,000 yuan in cash to her family. The zoo explained that visitors tossed coins for health and good fortunes, and they typically donate this money to Red Cross every year. Therefore, the zoo believed that donating it to Xiaoran was also a fitting way to use the funds. The story moved many on Chinese social media, with related topics reaching 9 million views on Weibo. One commenter wrote, "Life is fragile. Cherish every day, and may every child battling illness be blessed." And that's all for today. Thank you for watching this episode of China Currents. If you have any thoughts or comments, please leave them below, and see you next time.